It's popping fight fans inside his corner. And Jaron Ennis, man, I want to talk about Jaron Ennis. I heard some people talk about how his stock is dropping, and being that the things that was going on probably around like a month ago, and the recent signing of Eddie Hearn and stuff like that. And, people saying that he's not getting certain fights like Brian Norman Jr. And they really just think that he's not putting his best foot forward, being that he's one of the best fighters in the sport. And a lot of people are blaming Turki Sheik and Eddie Hearn. I was one of the people saying that I didn't really like the Eddie Hearn move when he originally signed Boots, but Boots original, I can't really remember his name right. I think it's Cameron Duncan. He passed away, and he was looking for a new promoter, and that's when he linked up with Eddie Hearn, and Eddie signed him in January of 2024. He does have a fight coming up against a guy Lima. That's in October. I believe he's going to stop that guy. I want to talk about his career a little bit, just a little bit. This is a question to all of his supporters. Do y'all really think his stock is dropping? And if so, why? Okay. And whose fault is it really to blame? Is really not question. But after he signed in January 2024, he then signed a long-term multi-fight extension deal with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn, and this year, I believe. But Jaron Ennis is 34-0 with 30 knockouts. Great career. He's named the cheat code of boxing, and he wears it well. Nobody really disagrees with what he was named when he first hit the scene at welterweight. He's moved up since then. In 2020 was when he, first got some type of a name that was already fighting good names, which is Chris Van Herden in 2020. 2021, he fought Sergey Lipinets and Thomas Delorme. I thought Delorme retired, but he fought Delorme as well. 2022, he fought Castillo Clayton. 2023, Karen and Roman Villa. 2024, David Abanesian and Karen. And then this year, he fought Stanionis. He has another fight coming up. Looking at this fight lineup, like the resume of the people that I just named, it's actually a pretty good resume, seeing that everybody that was a great fighter at 147 did not want to fight him. And then you had the two other great fighters at the weight class competition, like they was trying to get a fight going, Earl Spence and Bud. So I really think that Jaron Ennis is just came at a very, very bad time. He's a great boxer. He's very skillful, very talented. But I think the weight class and the timing is really what is doing his is what's making people say that his stock is dropping. That and the fact that the whole Brian Norman Jr. mixed with Turkey Sheik in combination with Eddie Hearn just don't look right. You feel what I'm saying? I still think Boots has a lot to offer at the weight class that he's currently at 154. I remember him saying something about him needing tune-ups. I think that rubbed people the wrong way. It's just a mixture of the people that speaks for him, because he really doesn't speak for himself. It's really what the issue is, in my opinion. I don't necessarily think it's his competition. Well, his resume, I don't think is bad given the situation that he was in. I do think, though, I will say that I do think he needs to speak up more about what he wants and speak up about what he don't like is going on in boxing. And Eddie Hearn and Turkey needs to put forth more money to get opponents in the ring with Jaron Ennis, in my opinion. Like, if you got Jake Paul out here putting millions on women's purses just because they haven't had it before, Like, how is it that you can't add a 500,000 on to what you think somebody already deserves? Like, all of that stuff needs to stop, regardless of if Brian Norman was ducking or if you think Boots was ducking. Regardless of whatever fans and supporters think, the bottom line is that doesn't need to happen anymore. This is to get Boots where we think he should be. It's a lot of work to do at 154. And I'm here for it. I know all his fans are here for it. There's great names at 154 that can go up against Boots. All of them could be main event fights. But I'm telling you, a man like Jaron Boots Ennis still having the cheat code moniker up under his name, when he moves up to 154 like he did, now he has nothing. He has no leverage at this weight class. He just got Turki and Turki and Eddie Hearn up under his belt. They're not taking pennies. I really hope the Virgil Ortiz fight happens, and I know Virgil's not going to settle for $1 million. So I just hope that that Turki and Eddie Hearn is going to put a better foot forward than what has already been put forward. And when I look at his career and I really sit back and analyze it, I don't think that his stock is dropping. I think the as time goes by, when things happen, people are going to feel like his stock is dropping. But once he fight, it's going to come back up again. So now that he's at 154, like, people can say that his stock was dropping at 147, cool. But at 154, it can easily be on the rise. Let me know what you think, yo. Always like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.